Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, Raw in Wonderland. I'm so happy you're here with me today. In this episode, we're diving into Lost Connections by Johann Hari, a book that explores the real causes of depression and offers surprising solutions. If you ever wondered why depression feels so persistent or why medications alone don't seem to fix everything, this episode is for you. And as always, expect a mix of practical insights, a touch of whimsy, and of course, humor. Let's get started. Johann Hari begins his book with a powerful personal story. At 18, he was prescribed antidepressants and told that his depression was simply a chemical imbalance in his brain. A pill would fix it. But years later, despite medication, his depression remained, leading him to question, is depression only about brain chemistry or is there something more? Determined to find answers, he embarked on a 3-year journey, traveling across the world and interviewing over 200 experts, scientists, psychologists, and people who had experienced and overcome depression. What he discovered changed his understanding of mental health forever. Hari's research points to something profound. Depression is not just a chemical imbalance. It is also deeply connected to our environment, lifestyle, and relationships. He introduces the biopsychosocial model, which means that mental health is influenced by 3 main factors. 1. Biology. Yes, brain chemistry does play a role. 2. Psychology. Our thoughts, emotions, and personal experiences. 3. Social environment. The way we live, our work, our relationships, and even the modern world's digital distractions. Hari identifies 9 key causes of depression, and guess what? Most of them aren't about what's happening inside your brain, but rather what's happening around you. Some of the biggest culprits: loneliness, lack of meaningful work, loss of connection with nature, and a culture that prioritizes material success over deep relationships. Why is this so important? Because understanding the real causes of depression can lead to real solutions, not just pills, but lifestyle changes that restore lost connections. Let's talk about antidepressants for a moment. They can be helpful for some, but they are not a major cure. Did you know that pharmaceutical companies conduct their own drug trials and control what data gets published? For example, one antidepressant, Paxil, or known as Seroxat, underwent 3 clinical trials for adolescents. The results? In one trial, the placebo worked better than the actual drug. In another, the drug and placebo had the same effect. And in the third, the results were too vague to draw conclusions. Yet the company still marketed the drug as effective for teenagers. Years later, lawsuits exposed the manipulation, but by then, millions had already taken the medication. This doesn't mean medication is useless. It means we need a more holistic approach. So then, what actually helps? Instead of just suppressing symptoms, we need to rebuild lost connections in our lives. Here is how. 1. Deep, meaningful relationships. Having close, authentic connections with others is one of the most powerful antidotes to depression. Not just contacts or followers, but real relationships where you can be yourself. 2. Connection with nature. Studies show that living near greenery or even spending time in a park significantly reduces depression. Even if you live in a city, find a tree to sit by or take a walk where you can see some green. 3. Purposeful work. Many of us spend our days in jobs that don't fulfill us. Finding ways to bring meaning into what we do, even in small ways, can make a huge difference. 4. Reducing social media and digital overload. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they are designed to keep us scrolling, consuming, and comparing. But remember, these platforms profit from your attention. Take back control. 5. Movement and physical health. Exercise, whether it's walking, dancing, or just stretching, has a huge impact on mental well being. Move your body, shake off the stress, literally. 6. Meditation and mindfulness. Taking moments to pause, breathe, and reflect helps shift your brain away from stress and into calm. 7. Play and creativity. Do something purely for joy. Draw, bake cookies, sing in the shower, whatever sparks a little light inside you. And imagine if, instead of asking what's wrong with you, we started asking what happened to you. What if we view depression not as a personal failure, but as a signal that something in our environment needs changing? What if, like in an old-fashioned detective novel, we followed the clues of our unhappiness not to a prescription, but to a mystery waiting to be solved? Maybe the real solution isn't inside a pill bottle, but in the way we live, love, and connect with the world around us. So, my dear Wonderlanders, as we wrap up today's episode, I leave you with this. Depression is not just a glitch in your brain. It's often a reflection of disconnections in your life. The good news, you can rebuild those connections step by step. Start small, call a friend, step outside, do something that makes your heart feel light. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and reconnect with the things that truly matter. Bye, guys!